What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Astana in the second leg of the first knockout round of the Europa Conference League, because we have made it to the first knockout round for the first time ever. And it is fantastic. I am very excited to see how we can get on in the second leg. And we're going to be taking on Shentrick in the league, because I accidentally played the Ferencváros game. Because I wasn't paying attention. So if you do want to like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, share with all of your friends, because it makes a massive difference to the channel. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so as you can see, we are taking on Astana in our second leg. We lost 3-2 in the first leg. Undeserved defeat, I would say. There's been a couple of interesting results in the first leg as well, like Wolves beaten by PSV. Did not expect to see that. I think that's pretty much the only surprise, really. We have made a few transfer signings, as you can see, trying to sell some of our reject players that aren't happening. But we did get a new senior affiliate in Villarreal, and we've agreed to take Matteo on loan, but he can't arrive until he's 18, which is something I didn't know. I don't know why they offered him, but look at this: 16 finishing, woohoo! 16 technique, 18 natural fitness. The guy is good. He's good. I'm full sure he's good. But since you were here, we have agreed to sign the 4 players we had lined up already. Rosas, who's been actually, he's pretty good. I have him on the loan list because to kind of consider loaning him out, but he is learning to be an inside forward on the right, just so we have backup on that side. Our Syrian is fine, I guess. He's not amazing, but he wants to be a right winger, and I don't think he's a right winger. Mede Khan is just going, it's in or under 19s, just being a goalkeeper. Seeing how he gets on in that, see if he can progress. Zirius, I gave him his debut, and then Fasas came in and went, hey, can we have him on loan? And I was like, okay, he's probably not going to get as many games in the first team as I would like, so he has left on loan for the season. But then we also went and signed Boubacar Solo, who is a Mali striker from a club that I do love poaching players from, the Academy JMG Mali. Came in on a free. The dude looks okay. He hasn't scored yet. Played a couple of games. He's played 3 games and he hasn't scored yet, but that's fine. We're not worried about it just yet. We also signed Firdas Riffin, who is an Indonesian striker, under 23 international. He looks pretty decent. I think he's got numbers in places you want him to be. Not very strong was my only real concern. He's very weak at 63 kilos. He's actually grown since we signed him, which is nice. But like his composure, concentration, decisions are all going up, which is delightful. But we have sold a couple of players. And by a couple of players, I mean a lot. Any interesting one or important ones? Pereira has gone to Solnock for 40k. Just wanted him gone, to be fair. Any other ones? Berdosi is one of our up and coming strikers. My head of youth development sent him out on loan. I kind of wish he didn't, because I kind of like to have him around. Sarosi decided he wanted to leave, so he's gone to play in the second division. For 16.75k, which was a little less than his value, but we have got a 40% sell on, I think it is. So that's pretty good for us. Gabriel left for Hanvid, threw up a stink about wanting first team football that he wasn't getting enough of here. So even though he was playing quite a number of games, so he went for 875k. Even though Pushkash Academia offered 1 million, he decided he wanted to go for less money. Hanvid also signed Typhon back off us. Again, another player who wanted to leave because he wasn't getting enough first team football this year. 175k, potentially 215 isn't the worst in the world for a guy we weren't playing very often anyway. And Ankara, we just sent him out on loan because the dude was not playing any games, so he's gone to the second division to run around and see how he gets on with that. Results since we were here last, though, been pretty decent. The last video, or the last one you saw, was, actually, did you see that I signed? I don't think you signed. You saw that we signed Harioke Abe. I think He's a new addition since you were here. Signed from Barth. Well, he got released, so we signed him from his coach. And Rocky Bushiri has come in as well. He was at Norwich, so we're taking another Norwich player. But he's been really quite good since he arrived. He's playing a right back and centre back, depending on what we need. Mostly centre back because that's kind of what he's best at. But what was the last? Was the last episode the Pushkash Wuj Pest games? I think it was. Have we played that much football since you were here last? Hardly. I can't imagine we would have done that. Anyway, if that was, we've played a bunch of friendlies that we did quite well in. Then against Dioscuri, we beat them comfortably. Solnock, we beat them again quite comfortably. 6-0 in the cup. Pax, we beat 4-0. Then we lost to MTK because that's what we do best. Then Meshkovet, who were second at the time, we slapped them around the place, made them our bitch. Then against ZTE in the fourth round, which is a two-legged affair, we beat them 2-0 and 3-0. So again, quite a comfortable victory over a second division side. Ferver, this was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. We were 3-0 up, then they scored 3, and then we scored the winner. And then in the game against Astana, just weren't very good. Hiroki Abe and for Johnson getting the goals for us. Our defence just wasn't really awake to what was going on. And then against Ferencváros, fairly comfortable 2-0 victory, but we've also drawn them in the Hungarian Cup quarter-finals. So if we want to win the cup again, we need to beat Ferencváros and hope that, because like everyone else got a fairly comfortable draw. Like Dioscuri play against Vasas, a second division side. Meshkovet play Haladas, MTK play Debrecen. You know, teams have an easier draw than us. We got the hardest of all the draws. We are sitting comfortably atop the division. MTK 8 points behind us. So, you know, and we're playing Shintelruk. If we have time in the second part of this episode, we'll have to wait and see if we do, because I've already been recording for the whole of 7 minutes, and we've not even done football yet. So we're starting with Hood Wagner in goal for this game, Piralevsku and Silva as our wingbacks, Derek and Bushiri as our centre backs, Kovic and Versace in central midfield because we're lacking central midfielders. Abe and Carlsberg as our wide men, for Johnson and Mandira as our strikers. Mandira 32 goals this season, hasn't scored a lot recently though, which is a bit of a concern. We do have some suspensions and injuries. Markella is suspended, Ortiz is still out injured, Didier Diaz is suspended, and Katona unfortunately has picked up a knock and he's going to be out for a little while as well. And we also have Dominguez Quina, the Watford guy. We have him on trial. I'm not sure if I want to sign him. I think from what I remember he wants a lot of money. But Ongard is back from his most recent injury. He's only fit to play 45 minutes, so he's going to sit on the bench. Silva is tired, so he won't be able to play the full game anyway. But like I said, not got a huge amount of players fit for the game. I could play Nagy, but I don't really want to. I'm kind of hoping that the lads that play for us full time want to be footballers for the club. He's not out. He's on the bench. Calm down. But this Astana side, their strikers, like their front three, are very, very good. So we do need to be on top of what we're doing here defensively. Hope that we can kind of continue from the Ferencváros game. Kovic unfortunately has his shot blocked or caught by the keeper. Hiroki, Kovic, Piralevsku go down for a penalty. No, for Johnson, he's put out wide. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know if we're actually going to play the Shintelruk game in this episode now because it's taking a bit longer than I expected to get into the game, and I do want to do the draw for the next round. So I'll have a look and see. Might just play it regardless. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Versace, not quite used to playing in central midfield. He's only done it a handful of times since he joined us. Doing a pretty decent job here. Silva gets back to Versace. Versace turns, burns, gets it across, and the fridge hits the crossbar. If we score one, we're in for a pretty decent time. Carlsberg's corner gets cleared. Piralevsku gets it to Bushiri. Finds Carlsberg. Tries to get the crossover, can't. Gets it back across. And Mandira, his 33rd. He hasn't scored in a while. I'm starting to worry about him because there was a little bit of mumbling of interest during the winter window for him, and thankfully nothing came of it. Because I think losing him, we would have been in trouble. Because when Gabriel said he wanted to leave, it's kind of don't really want to lose Gabriel and Mandira, because Gabriel was actually a player trained by us, so we're actually after losing a player that we could have added to the list of players for. Oh, Mandira puts it in the back of the net again. He's decided that this game is the one where he's going to score. I think the first leg he played like a 6.2 and missed like 3 sitters. And we also hit the woodwork a bunch if I remember correctly, but just we weren't very good in the first leg, to be fair. But so far in this one, we seem to be doing fairly good. The fridge can't quite get to the corner, but Kovac picks it up. It's really unfortunate that Diaz needs a rest so often. Kovac gets hacked down, and Mandira is going to be the one to step up to take the penalty. But I think if Diaz can stay fit more often than not, we should be fine. Mandira has missed the penalty. The fridge wouldn't have missed it. I should have got the fridge to take it. If we lose this game now, I'm going to be so annoyed. And we can't win the header. Derek handball. There was actually a penalty given in the first leg. I watched it several times. I still don't know what it was for. I would show it to you, but I don't think there's any point because literally nothing happened. There was a free kick, the ball came in, and it just said penalty. But I watched it from a bunch of different angles. Nobody moved in the box, and it just was like, yeah, penalty. So they missed the penalty anyway, so it was fine. But still, Carlsberg, he's headed just wide. I was looking at Carlsberg's attributes. I think he actually is more suited to being a inside forward on support. So I dropped him back to see what he can do with that. I'm not so sure it's the best idea because he is quite effective going forward. But we'll see. There's potential for us to make that change back to inside forward on attack. He actually is playing quite well though, so maybe we don't. We're going to take Silva off and bring it on guard on. Robert Simon, a player you've probably never seen before. His potential ability rocketed up there recently, and he scored against ZTE, I think it was. So he's now on my radar as a potential footballer. I might take Carlsberg off just because he's quite tired. Do I want to put the fridge out there and bring on Simon, or I'm going to bring on Gard. I'm just going to have Gard play as an inverted winger on that side. Give team talk, pump fists, do the football for the players, and everyone will be super duper happy. Hiroki Abe, Derek hits the netting. The Astana team is actually a pretty decent team. Did it hit the hand? Looks like it hit a hand. Oh wait, who was it that was? I can't see who it was. Someone was chasing. But Wagner's like, I'm a sweeper keeper, but he's I love when the goalkeeper like runs to the halfway line at this, like when the ref goes over to the VAR. It's like, what are you doing? The fridge has stepped up to take the penalty because Mandira can't be trusted. If he misses this one, I'm going to be pissed. No, he puts it in the back of the net, and it is 5-3 on aggregate, 3-0 on the night. I think it's fair to say that we've won this game. Astana would need to score twice to equal the scores. Don't think they're going to get 2 goals in just over 10 minutes, but you never know. We do have 1 substitution remaining that we could make. Probably, see, there we go. Janga puts it in the back of the net. I should have said nothing. FM is always listening. Don't want to watch it again. We're going to make our final change. Who is the most tired? Both central midfielders are really tired. Pirilevscu is dead on his feet. But I'm going to take off Versace and bring on Svas. Just because Versace's played more than anybody else. Pirilevscu's been out injured for a while. Ongard that's the first highlight we've seen in quite a while where Ongard has been involved. Vas is running down the wing. He has somehow managed to stay in the team, and Fred Johnson gets his shot blocked by the keeper. Looked like he just like skied it, but it was the keeper that got a touch to it. Abe can't get his corner to any of our players. Vass sends it back to Angard. Big ball forward. Can Gard get there? Does, but can't get it across, and then runs it out of play. I'm going to chuck a bit of praise at the lads, just because we're doing well. 5-4 on aggregate, 3-1 on the night. We should have scored 5 goals, according to our XG. That's 37 shots. We scored 3 goals. 18 on target. The goalkeeper, yeah, had a hell of a game. But that's fine. We won on aggregate. That's all that matters. Delightful. Would have liked to keep a clean sheet, but we didn't. Wolves have gone through on away goals. Ghent have gone through. Fantastic. I do love a bit of Ghent. Standard Liège have been knocked out. Lask get absolutely smashed. Slavia Prague lose 3-0, but because they won the first leg 4-0, they've gone through. That must have been quite an entertaining round of games for those two clubs. And we have the draw coming up, I'm guessing, soon. We have gotten a nice bit of money. Perlevsky's going to be missing the next round. Of course he is. We do have a decent amount of money in the bank, but we have been spending money to upgrade. Like we're getting a second team. We're improving our training facilities, and that's everything at the moment. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent. So we'll have a look and see when the next, the second knockout draw is tomorrow. So I'll bring you back for that. We just won't bother playing the Shentra game because this video is going to be far too long otherwise. Right, fellas, so now it is time for the draw, and there's 60. Oh, because the teams that won the groups are in. Ooh, I forgot about that. Ooh, no bueno, no bueno indeed. We're not the worst team. We're not the worst team. That is fantastic. We're improving. Nordjylland are the worst team in the draw, so I wouldn't mind getting Nordjylland, maybe St. Clara or Cracovia. Wolves would be nice. Ghent. If we get knocked out by Ghent, I'd be happy. We've already proven we can't beat Club Brugge, so unless we get like Sevilla or Atalanta, don't really want to get any of the other teams. So Lille are the first team out. They get Cracovia. Wolves, Santa Clara, because of course, you know, Portuguese. 2 Portuguese teams playing each other basically. Slavia Prague. I'll take Slavia Prague. No, Feyenoord. Rio Ave. I'll take Rio Ave. Nope. CSKA Moscow. Nordjylland. Okay, we want this one. Atalanta. God damn it. Brøndby. Sevilla. Okay, so I want Mold. Please, Mold. Club Brugge. So we played the team that we played in the groups. Ghent get Mold. That is so annoying. Oh. Alright, so when's that? I think we figured out what the next episode's going to be. Club Brugge, second knockout round, second leg. And then the Ferencváros quarter-final, second leg. That would be nice if we could make it into the quarter-final. Yeah, we could make it into the quarter-finals if we can finally beat Club Brugge, but I'm not so sure, because just go back a little bit here. Club Brugge beat us 2-1 and 3-0. So I'm not betting my chickens on this game. We've also guaranteed the fact that we cannot finish bottom of the league, which is delightful. Even if we capitulate now, can't finish last, which is beautiful. But we're going to leave that there. The Shentra game, it's probably not going to be that interesting anyway. Would it be 2-1 last time? And 3-0 before. Yeah, we'll skip that. We'll come back for Club Brugge, Ferencváros in the next episode, because I don't want to make this one horrendously long. It's already going to be like 20 minutes as it is, unless I edit some stuff out, which I should probably edit this part out, but I'm probably not going to, because I will forget. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!